Welcome back to more Tenchu, Birth of the Stealth Assassins. You might be saying to yourself, hey, wait a second. Last video, we completed the game. And as you'll see here, we finished all of Ricky Maru's missions. We finished all of Ayame's missions. What else could be left? We got Tetsumaru's campaign to go through, so we can see what he was up to during this whole saga. This story is meant to be shown after the events of the other two campaigns. That's why I'm not including it in order with the other stories. So let's go ahead and get started and see what was going on behind the scenes.
What are you two doing here?
My students, rebellion has broken out in the House of Goda. Our honorable Lord Goda is in danger from his own uncle, Sire Motehide. If the Lord we serve falls to a dishonorable traitor, we, Azuma Ninja, will stand for nothing. Go to Goda Castle and protect Lord Goda with your lives. This is the ancestral sword, Izayoi, the spirit of the Azuma Ninja. Tatsumaru, it is yours. Today, you replace me as Master Ninja. May honor guide your hand.
Master, but...
No.
The powerful must know when to pass along their power. As you three graduate to new roles, I also ascend.
Very well, I obey.
Yes, Master.
Please, don't kill me!
We're here to help.
Oh, thank goodness. His lordship is still inside. So are Lady Kay and Princess Kiku.
Let's go. Ayame, find Lady Kay and the princess. Rikimaru, come with me. We must rescue Lord Goda. Wait. Rikimaru, go find his lordship. I'll catch up later.
All right, and we're playing as the Master Ninja. We're the man.
You're the man with your fishnet shirt.
That's right. Would be a shame if something tragic were to happen and we were no longer the man. Would be a damn shame.
Oh, it really would.
If we lost our memories somehow and started working for the enemy.
Right.
Oh no, amnesia.
Yeah, because amnesia is not a trope that's been used to death.
Indeed.
Not at all.
It's new and exciting.
Yep. So this is the level the Games Guild and I were talking about a few videos back. It's actually a little more Tenchu-esque. It takes place at night. There's a castle to jump off of rooftops. It feels a little bit more like the Punish the Evil Merchant mission from the first game. That's the one I showed you when I showed you one of the missions from that first game.
So far, your sneaking up on people seems a little bit more normal. Sneaking up on people rather than, oh, are you just taking a nap?
These guards seem a little bit more alert.
Yeah.
At times. Not every time, but at times they seem a little more alert. And that third guy, that guy would not spawn. I had to walk away and come back to get him to spawn. That has happened a lot in these first two missions, which is quite annoying. And it happened here again, which caused me to have to walk away and come back to get him to spawn.
I wonder if that was causing your master rank shortage, because someone wasn't spawning, but it was still registering they've seen you, even though they've not spawned in.
I suppose it's possible. This game is so glitchy that maybe.
Now, see, that was a mildly exciting animation that we just got.
He does have some interesting animations. The issue I have is they take for fucking ever.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So if you're trying to pull off a stealth kill and somebody else thinks they might see you or starts walking into the area, well, you're stuck in that animation until he's done, so you might get spotted.
Ah.
You know, thus is the price for showmanship.
I suppose
Indeed.
so.
I do like the musical track on this one.
It's from Tenchu 3.
Ah, good choice.
This might be repetitive for other people, but since he's new to this, I've been adding music from the other Tenchu games into this playthrough because there's almost no music for some reason.
It's not overwhelming, so it's kind of nice to just have a little bit of something going on in the background, which was the entire point.
Oh, trust me. It's pretty awful not having anything playing. I don't love it. Imagine the same probably 30-second ambient track repeating over and over again, and that's all you hear.
Yeah.
The rain noise.
Rain, thunder, the clashing of swords, or what is supposed to be the clashing of swords. It doesn't really sound like that.
Right.
Just on repeat. Yeah, it gets really old really quick. And I'm being prepared here because there's another dude. And it is amazing how once you put a mission at night, it makes the draw distance look a lot better.
That's pretty bad, actually. And it's okay, because again, we're talking about a game that somehow failed to live up to its predecessor.
Yep. Well, it looked a lot worse in, I'm thinking one of Ayame's missions.
Oh, yeah.
The one after the fog mission where you're just in the daylight, everything's just popping in. It looks pretty bad.
Yeah. Or it's just like kind of like there's the edge of what's rendered yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, good old pop-up.
So, yeah.
Staple.
So anyways, one of the fun aspects about this character, and you'll see it once we get into a boss fight. So he's got the sword for this Azuma Ninja Clan. It's the one Ricky Maru will have throughout the rest of the series. We of course saw last video where Ricky Maru got it. I didn't notice if he actually used it in that final boss fight.
I freely admit to not paying attention.
Somehow I'm not surprised. He's one of Goda's men, so that's why we can just walk up to him. We're cool. We're buddies. We go drinking. Picking up chicks.
Okay.
Yeah. Tasting the chicks' wasabi.
Spicy.
Well, Tetsumuru, we already know how his story is going to end up, so I think we can all agree he does prefer the women spicy.
Not out of character for Japan of the time.
Probably not.
Yep. Because you never guess what they used to pass out at dinner parties.
Oh God, I'm sensing we're getting another fact here.
I could tell you.
I assumed you were going to, so I was hoping you would just do it already.
Alright. They used to get invited round for dinner at a dinner party, and they used to hand out porn.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that, I
And it
suppose.
used to be all wooden carving porn.
Ooh, sounds hot.
Aye. Best I had at the time.
I can get that. It's kind of like when we were kids, pretty much all we had were magazines and those scrambled channels.
Yeah. Oh, if you were lucky, you'd find a magazine in the bushes or something in the park. Although one time there was one thing you didn't want to find in the park.
I'm sure there are a lot of things you don't want to find in the park.
Yeah, but this
Creepy
was,
guy trying to show the kids puppies. Don't want to find that guy.
Oh, no. There was a murder. Guy chopped his missus up and hid the body in bags all around the park.
What did she do to cause that?
I haven't got a clue.
Right, I think it's that guy. I stumbled on him a couple of times, and if you're not careful, he'll get into a fight with one of the dudes that works for Goda, which is kind of fun to watch, but I need him stealth killed so that I can get my rank. So you kind of have to get him kind of quickly. Damn stupid grappling hook, mother. God, sucking.
Like when you killed him, he sounded like you were giving a backtracking session. Oh, yeah, that's much better.
Probably a neck break. I wonder if those fires right there can actually hurt you. I assume they can. It seems like something that should happen.
Didn't know you had a cloaking device.
You gotta have the cloaking device.
Yeah, that's because you haven't been on the videos. That's why. So that's what I was going to say. He's got this sword. It's the sword of the Azuma Ninja. And does he use it? Fuck no, he uses his fucking feet.
Well, you know.
A true master's entire body are his weapons.
I don't know. I think this character kind of sucks, to be honest with you.
I'm not gonna, judge nobody else's fetishes.
I will. I've got no problems. I've been judgmental on this LP plenty of times already, so I'm not even going to pretend I'm not judgmental. But yeah, he's got no range to him whatsoever. He's easily the character that I hate the most in terms of fighting with. The main combat in this game, or the direct combat, whatever you want to call it, isn't fun to begin with, but at least Ricky Maru has some range to him, and even Ayame feels better to fight with. I don't like fighting with this guy. Maybe that'll change as I continue to play this game. I've never actually beat this campaign before, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, the way you're playing, you're playing like a true stealth master. Like, enemies are just dying left and right and center.
Well, got to in order to get this Grandmaster ranking. That's something that's always bugged me about this character, though. He has the sword and he doesn't use it. He just kicks with his feet, which this is going to mean nothing to either of you two, but reminds me a lot of another character in the series.
I thought he stuck the sword through one of them enemies' backs.
Yes, he's used it for stealth kills, but in combat, he just uses his feet.
Ah.
Which, again, people who are familiar with the series, you should know who I'm thinking of already. But like I said, again, of course, you guys not aware, but that's okay. Right, so this is annoying as fuck. So I'm trying to get this grappling hook to latch onto this thing.
Uh-huh.
It will never settle on a readied state. I have to get it in between when it's going up or down there on that.
Because
ledge.
why not?
Yeah. Like,
Well,
fuck this grappling hook.
Yeah, we'll replace it with Gabe's taser.
Yeah, unfortunately they didn't have tasers in this time frame in Japan. And yes, I was safe stating every time I grappled up to one of these because I just expected more bullshit to happen. Thankfully, after the second one, nothing else happened, but
Don't blame you.
I expected bullshit to happen.
Bullshit always happens.
So I'm guessing this is the same main part of the castle that Ricky Maru was running around in back when we were here as him. But obviously we're on the outside. Would those clouds be that visible at night?
Yeah, you can have visible clouds at night if the moon's shining.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you're a woman.
Very perceptive. And I recognize your sword. So, old man Azuma finally retired.
Who are you?
I am Lady Kagami, master of the Nyogetsu ninja.
You lead Lord Toda's ninja? Perfect. Today I put an end to the rivalry between our clans.
Our rivalry will end this day, but it doesn't have to end in blood.
What do you mean?
Our clans are enemies only because Toda and Goda want it that way. We're divided and easily controlled.
What are you talking about?
Join us. Together, our two clans would be unstoppable. We can create a new world. A world ruled by the ninja.
Never. Ninjas live in the shadows.
Do you really want to live your whole life in the dark?
Of course. The darkness is my home.
Fool. You're a servant, not a warrior. My people follow orders, but they fight for a dream. Freedom. What do you fight for?
My lord.
As you wish. It is the wrong choice, but it is yours. What a waste. Sairu?
Yes, lady.
I admire you, master of the Azuma, but I cannot have you interfering with my dream.
Wait! First, you have to get past me.
Her right-hand man is an old man?
Yep,
That seems kind of goofy.
indeed.
I mean,
First thing she proposes is marriage. It's only just met her.
well, I mean, if your choices are this guy or him,
Right. That choice, I would imagine that's pretty obvious for her.
right?
Hey, an uneven battleground. This is a fun place to have a fight.
Yes.
Yay! Make sure you make those kung fu noises when fighting.
Right. Yes.
Again, he has a sword.
Again, yeah, it'd be a shame if he actually had to use this.
Yeah.
Did he just try a Hadouken?
Probably.
The ancient ninja heart of Hadouken.
So yeah, this is the guy that we're going to replace once things go south.
Yes. Oh, he is definitely going south.
Yeah, and then when I heard him make that sound, I thought he was dead, and then I was like, oh shit, he's getting back up. I may or may not have been drunk when I was playing this. Might have impacted my playing a little bit.
Oh, I did use the sword there in that combo.
Yeah. I mean, feel like didn't do
Yeah, I
any
mean-
damage, but that's fine.
No. I still would prefer using the sword as the primary weapon rather than feet, but hey.
I think he's pulling a dagger as well when he does that combo.
I can't tell either way. Motherfucker.
Oh, you need to heal.
You're doing fine.
Yeah, it'll be alright. Of course, this is in post, so you know.
Well, yeah, right.
Now, of course, here what I was trying to do, I didn't really plan on losing him. I just wanted to kind of get my bearings again and prepare my items. Just in case. I was trying to surprise him, and that didn't really work, but I have a grenade, so we're alright. So apparently, a random-ass ninja on the roof is what distracted Tetsumaru. And we also get to see how he meets Lady Kagami. I'm sure it's love at first sight.
Ayame.
Motohide murdered Lady K, and he kidnapped Princess Kiku. I'm going after her.
Halt! Friend or foe?
Friend, I am Tatsumaru of the Azuma Ninja.
Ah, well met, Tatsumaru. I didn't recognize you. We are grateful for your protection.
Sire Sekia, I must inform you that Lady K has been murdered by Motohide. We were too slow in reaching the castle.
Lady K? Dead?
And Princess Kiku has been kidnapped. It was entirely my fault.
No. The fault is mine. I should have been alert to Motohide's treachery. Oh, the poor child.
Ayame is chasing the kidnappers.
Good. What about Lord Goda?
Rikimaru will rescue him.
Sire Sekia,
What is it, Jubei?
enemy troops are massing on our border. They bear the crest of Lord Toda.
Toda? That's not possible. News of the rebellion won't reach his castle for... Motohide! He betrayed us to that jackal Toda!
Sire Sekia, I just killed a Nyogetsu ninja in the castle.
What? Toda's ninja are here?
Yes, Sire Sekia.
So, now we know who is behind all this.
Sire Sekia, I will bring you the head of Toda Yoshisada.
He will be protected by legions of troops. No, the risk is too great.
The risk is greater if we don't act. My life is a small price to pay.
Very well. But be careful.
Now, where could Toda be hiding?
Legions of troops, 14, whatever. 16 if you count the 2 guards that are going to be in the boss fight. The first boss fight, I should say, of this level. Yeah, fuck this level. I tried this several times. I made it through killing everybody in the level, as far as I know, not getting spotted, and did not get a Grandmaster ranking. I don't know what the fuck I did differently then compared to now, but we make it in the end. Or I make it in the end since I'm the one playing.
What's important is you had to do it again.
Didn't run through one of them.
Yeah,
last
not
time.
happy.
Yeah.
Not happy at all.
You know what the problem was? You weren't using the sword.
There's a guy I have to go back for. I think he's behind where we start out. And again, I had problems with enemies not spawning. At least 3 guys didn't spawn. The guy I'm going to get now, I tried getting him first originally, and at times he would not spawn. There's at least 1 more guy, maybe 2, that I had that issue with. But this is actually a pretty decent place to go get him. Yeah, I don't love this mission at all. The environment is cool, even though we're seeing it for the 3rd time, but...
Well, it's my first viewing.
But yeah, I just don't understand the mission requirements in this game. I never have.
Oh, you know. If they made it clear to you, you might know what to do.
Yeah, or if they give you a results screen, you could check mid-game to see how you're doing. That would also be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, what fun would that be?
Yeah, ninja, you were supposed to be able to do it without instruction.
Right.
Well, it's not instruction so much as it's just knowing how you're doing, because if I see I'm on path to not get the Grandmaster ranking, I'd rather retry the mission and not waste my fucking time.
Not what this game is about.
Yeah. And in this level, the stealth kill animations do not trigger most of the time. I don't know why. I think I have got a stealth kill animation on that guy before in a prior attempt, but it's rare.
Well, at least one thing, it cuts down on the time it's showing off stealth kills.
Yeah, but I do like showing those off because they're cool. But what are you going to do?
And in time, one of the factors for your Grandmaster.
No.
Ah.
No,
Oh,
it's...
that one showed off an animation.
Yeah, it's mostly don't get spotted and kill everybody. It doesn't work that way in the other games, though. It's just this one. And on that tower is an archer. There's one on each of these towers. For some reason, the one right by Tetsumaru did not spawn. So I'm going to have to go away and come back to trigger him too.
Okay.
You would think I could just say something bad about him on Twitter and that should trigger him, but no.
Yeah.
No such luck.
Yeah.
Hey, he actually latched onto the wall there. Later on, I'm going to need to latch onto a wall to go after our guy, and he's not going to fucking do it.
The problem is, Twitter hasn't been invented yet.
I know.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
I was just being facetious.
You're being something. Anyways, hopefully now that Archer has spawned. It's just really irritating how these enemies do that. I never noticed before this issue with the enemies not spawning. I'm not going to take the time to put in my PS1 copy of this game to see if it happens on original hardware, but I assume it does.
All right.
Yeah, my opinion of this game has gone down a lot during this playthrough.
It
And
hasn't aged well.
no, and that's with me actually playing this game better than I've ever played it too. So
Yeah. Well, again, and I know I keep harping on this, but when you showed me the original, and
yeah,
then we came back to this, it was just like, this is painful.
yeah, it kind of is. It's almost like I should have recorded some more Resident Evil 4 remake instead, but no, we're doing this.
Right.
Hey.
That's
At
what you
least
get
get
for
it
being a
out of the way.
completionist.
That's right, and that's one of the examples of the stealth kill just not playing for some reason,
Right. Well,
It's a bug.
because this game is buggy as hell. And watch out for those annoying little clang things on the ground.
of course.
Hey,
Yep.
these guards must be very short-sighted not to see you right for them.
Oh, you should have seen some of the other failings of these guards in this LP.
Yeah, it's like standing right next to them for a second before you, you do anything. They don't care.
Yeah, they really don't care. It's pretty hilarious. Although I think we figured out that I was actually playing on easy and I had no idea. So I'm sure they're a lot more alert on harder difficulties.
I mean, still,
It still seems pretty bad though.
yeah.
Right, so there are a whole mess of dudes here. You got to be careful when getting that guy because there are other dudes that can spot you. So in between those two little
Yep.
wooden things there's a guy. But I did find a decent path to try to go get those guys. And I'm expecting a guy walking around here. He's actually on the other side of this. I'm not going to call it a building, but barrier?
Yeah.
Structure, yeah, whatever you want to call it. But at the time, I wasn't aware that he wasn't here, so I was trying to be a little careful.
Right.
But it seems like the easiest way of dealing with this section because they have 4 guys real close together. Actually, 5 if you count the one dude I took out. That looked a little different than these guys. And this is where I wanted him to press up against the wall. He won't fucking do it. Which I find annoying. And I'm trying to look on the other side to see where the guy is. And hey, we get a stealth animation. Huzzah!
With a fence in the way.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course, we got to censor it for the delicate flowers that might watch this.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we can't have them see pixelated violence.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you want to give him a hug and spraying ketchup all over.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, it's a kind game.
God, ketchup. Now that's a crime. When I was a kid, I was one of the few kids that did not like ketchup.
I mean, it is a little surprising from kids because I know way too many kids that'll like just sit there and literally eat it by the handful.
I've only got to the point now where I can, well, within the last 20 years or so, I can do ketchup in meatloaf. And I don't mean on top of it, I mean actually mixed into the meatloaf. Like that is the only time I can do ketchup. Otherwise, I can't stand it, even now. And this guy's never gonna have to worry about that because he's dead.
Oh no, he did a dead?
No ketchup.
I mean, but you see, you took out all of his ketchup packets.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, the deaf guy in my office. I took a ketchup packet and split it open a little bit. Not enough to where anything would come out, but just enough. And then I stuck it under the wheel of his chair. Fucker deserves it.
Look, one alert guard. Best
Yeah.
sort of security.
Well, I think the idea was that guy was stationary, whereas he had a couple other dudes around him patrolling. It's just the dudes patrolling are dead, so he wasn't counting on that. And that's where we are on the map now. I did miss a guy, so I had to come back to find this guy. I mentioned it before. I think he's towards the beginning of the level, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I will show on the map here in a second where we found him. Right there. If you can see that, because I can't see the player position on this stupid map. But that's fine.
Tiny.
Lord Toda, what do we do with Motohide's body?
Let it rot where it lies. He is of no use anymore. Prepare the troops. In 2 hours, we march on Goda Castle.
Yes, sir.
Finally, no one realizes how hard I worked to make these cowardly peasants throw themselves onto the enemy's spears. But the reward for my years of sacrifice comes now. What do you want?
I've come for your head.
Goda sent you. Guards! Guards!
I do wish if you killed everybody, these guards wouldn't be in this boss fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got a boss plus 2 guards, which is quite annoying. It is kind of funny this archer will hit his own people. But he'll also interrupt my moves, so he gets annoying.
Yeah, he shot his boss in the back.
Yeah, he does that quite often. I tried this fight several times, thank God for save states. And yes, I did use a save state during part of this fight too. It's not fun, especially when you have to redo this mission several times to get the Grandmaster ranking. Don't love it.
No. Like, I only had to do it like once, maybe twice, right?
And of course, this game's combat system is ass, so you know.
There's no lock-on feature.
Not to my knowledge. This game wasn't really designed for one-on-one combat. You're meant to be stealthy, so when you have these moments, it's not done very well.
You're supposed to bring him his head, not barbecue him.
Well,
I
he
do
can
love that
actually
you chose, like, right when you're just blowing the guy up. Just be like, you're supposed to be stealthy.
Well, he can dodge these grenades too, so you have to kind of bait him into a position where you can actually get him once, and then you can kind of chain a few of them, which is nice. This is kind of a throwback. In the first game, you can bring in normal enemies to a boss fight, which is pretty funny, trying to do that. But in this case, it's scripted that way, which is annoying. Between Rikimaru, Ayame, and Tetsumaru, we've killed everybody in this camp. So I don't know where these guards came from.
3 ninjas took out his entire army.
That's right, 3 ninjas. That's a reference.
No! Not this way! I am Lord Toda! I cannot die at the hands of a lowly ninja!
You're too late. Now you are masterless. What are you doing? That's your master.
I am my own master.
Wait.
just witnessed the birth of the burning dawn. Soon, you will see the dawning of a new day. The day of the ninja! You won't change your mind. I see. Then you must die.
I find it hard to believe there were that many ninjas over there. It seems a little odd to me. I could see there being a lot of people considering this guy was bringing an army, but I would assume that army didn't include a ton of ninjas, maybe a few, but I would assume there were a lot more samurai and soldiers rather than ninjas. All right, Kagami, this is what you get for not putting on some clothes.
All right. Bro, like, somebody had Batman money. That's where they got all the money.
Right.
It's a bit overdressed for a ninja.
It reminds me of some video I saw. It was about a game shop. It was probably from like 12, 13 years ago by now. It's really old. And it was a bunch of people dressed as game characters, pretending to be various game characters. And this girl's trying to buy armor, and this guy gives her a little tiny bikini, and she's like, what am I supposed to do with this? He's like, what, it's plus 50 defense?
Where am I? I can barely move. Oh.
You've caused me a lot of trouble, Ninja. Though you are not displeasing to me.
Who am I?
What?
Please, what's my name? I can't remember.
You don't fool me with your clever tricks. Get up.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you all next time with more Tenchu, Birth of the Stealth Assassins.